Welcome back, everyone, to the next episode in our Let's Play series of Stonehearth. So far we've got a few buildings. We got our farmer up and going. We've got some building materials. We got a lot of things going on. But one of the first things I want to take care of in this particular episode is, if you saw my video on designing custom buildings, then you'll know that in that video we designed our basic weaver building. So we're going to start off by building that. Let's go ahead and get it oriented the way we want. Let's see. I'll tell you what, let's put it over here. And let's try to get this thing. That'll work right there. So let's go ahead and get that started. Yes, start building that. All right, so our guys will start. You can see they're already breaking ground on that. Okay, and another thing I want to make sure we get done here is get rid of this eyesore. If you remember, that's why we have all these storage crates, so we don't have to store everything on the ground. So I'm going to go into my designated zone, click on this one, and hit remove. And that will remove that zone. And as they have time, these guys will start removing all these things and putting them in the storage bins. All right, so we have 10 people, and the way we're going to grow and get to 11 is by increasing our food, happiness, and our net worth. So our net worth is the one thing that generally lags behind the most, and that's made up of the various buildings we have, as well as things like gold and silver and so on like that. So we're lagging behind there. So by making another building for our weaver, that will help out in that regard. But we're also going to need to get some other things done. For one thing, I would love to have about 3 more people right now, at least, because number one, we need a blacksmith. And the blacksmith is going to be the one that's going to be able to take all of the minerals that we find, such as you can see a vein right here of silver. And he's going to be able to take those things and turn them into various pieces of armor, as well as weapons for our military, because military is going to become more and more important as we move forward in the game, because we'll be attacked more and more often the higher our net worth is and the more people we have in our village. So we're going to have to pay very close attention to that. Right now we have 2 people that are working in military. So one thing down, but by all means, we are nowhere near being done. We've got some leveling up to do for our villagers as they're working diligently to build. Again, these buildings are very simple home plans, so keep that in mind. And I'm trying to make it out of the absolute... Oh, we've got somebody attacking here. Yep, we've got invaders. Let's go ahead, and if they're not already coming... All right, so this guy is just standing there. Where our air comes our military. And they're going to chase down this guy. And we want this guy to focus on fighting our military. One of the problems you have in this game is that there's very little margin of error. All right, so that's out of the way. And what I mean by that is, in this game, if you don't have enough military, things can be going along great, just like they are for us right now. We're growing in our size. We're getting more people and more buildings and so forth. But, oh goodness, now we got goblins that have shown up over there. Let's go ahead and have our guys attack there. Let's have them head this direction to attack. And here they come, highlighted. So one of the things we're going to want is to get more military, because in this game, if you have even a single attack that your military cannot handle, then you're basically, your entire village is gone. So it doesn't take long at all for that to happen. So we need to get more people so we can get more members of the military and help, keep our villagers safe. So it looks like 3 of the 4 guys are now gone. All right, they didn't put up much of a fight here, admittedly. Okay, so now we got a level up for for one of our footmen. Okay, that's good. And you can see now they're getting rid of these resources and moving them over to other storage crates. All right, so let's take a look at some things. One of the things I know we need to do, see what our simple merchant has for us. And upgraded worker outfits. That's one thing I do actually want to take a look at. Here, let's go to the weaver. And let's take a look. Now, there is a winter work outfit, and then you've got some helmets, vest, upgraded worker outfit. Let's take a look and see what we need for that. We need a bolt of cloth for that, and a bolt of cloth is made from that. So my answer is, why are we not making this? Where is our weaver, and what is he doing? Let's take a look and see what he's actually up to. Our weaver is right here, and it says right now he's restocking items. He should be highlighted. There he is. And okay, so we'll give him the benefit of the doubt for now. But one of the things I want to do is, let's go into the weaver and set him to make some bolts of cloth. Let's see how we did on our daily update. Oh, we almost made it on our net worth. As you can see, food is going great. Morale is going great. Almost made it on the net worth. So we're going to keep working at that. And let's see, go ahead and always keep 2 of these in inventory, and we're going to move these up toward the top. All right, so we've got enough to make these, and where these come from eventually is right here. Okay, the silkweed, which is what's being planted in this particular area. The silkweed is what can be spun into the various fibers and then used in the various things from there. All right, so let's see what we've got. We've got padded vest, upgraded worker outfit, a thick leather vest, which will be very good for our units. And let's go ahead and maintain 2 of these in inventory at all times. Again, most of this is about keeping them busy, even though this guy doesn't seem to be wanting to cooperate with us and do what I want him to do. Let's see, let's have him not haul. And it shows he is idle right now. Where is he? So why doesn't he come over and do this? And the answer is, I'm not sure. All right, let's see. There is a Royal Herald. Okay, so he wants to get us started, as our village has grown to a point where they want us to become part of the local territory. Okay, so we'll welcome. I don't think it really matters a whole lot what we tell him. So the Ascendancy wants to add us to their fold. And so let's see. Okay, we got some rewards if we reach the level of township. Okay, so we can get wealthier caravans and more architecture if we do this. Let's see. And from past experience, I can tell you, it doesn't really matter which one of these you choose right now, because you'll have the ability to build all of these. Let's just go ahead and say craft masters. All right, so they're going to leave some blueprints for us that our mason can make. All right, so they'll be back later on to check on us, and now we've got the recipes unlocked. Okay, so let's get back to let's take a look at the mason right quick. And you can see right here, Fountain, Valor of Sid, and the Guildmaster's skull, or skill rather, not skull. Too much combat. And you can see all the various things that we'll need to build this. So likelihood is we're going to get to this one first, because as more goblins come around, we'll probably end up with some of these. Okay, let's go back and let's get all these out of the way. Okay, we don't need to worry about that right now. Let's come back in and take a look at our weaver and see why on earth he is not working. What if I lower this to 5? Hmm. So we're missing ingredients there. He is crafting this. Is that true? Let's see if it's true that he's actually crafting that. No? All right, let's go ahead and remove this. Let's go ahead and remove that because that may have been something that was getting him stuck. As you can see, now he's back to work. So let's go ahead and let's try that again. All right, so what we got rid of was this. And we're going to go ahead and ask him to maintain 10 in inventory at all times. And then we'll scroll down to the bottom and pull this up toward the top. All right, so this guy's working on this stuff now. Excellent. That's what we want him to do. And then we'll have our upgraded worker outfits and so on very quickly. All right, let's see how they're doing over here. And it looks like they're done. Okay, they didn't place anything inside. We're going to have to move this if we want to put it in there, and we'll eventually do that. I'm going to give them a little bit more time to make sure that they're not going to add one in here, but it doesn't look like they're going to. Okay, let's move around, see what we've got. One thing I do want to do is keep building. And as part of continuing to build, we're going to build another building and we're going to make another house. Now, you might ask, why would we need another house when we are not done with the first one? Let's go ahead and turn this one around this way. And tell you what, let's go ahead and get that back on full visibility. And basic house build is I'm going to use this as sort of a self-defense item as well. As you can see, if we do this, then the only ability that invaders will have for actually getting into our town would be through this little area. Okay, and if I combine this with our fencing, then they'll have a smaller area by which to get through, so it'll give us a little bit more time, hopefully, for our defenders to get there. All right, let's let these guys do that, and let's see what our daily update has for us. And okay, we made it. So we're going to get an extra villager. Excellent. Okay, so we've got a new person. Here they come. Excellent. So now we're going to have this new person. What do we want them to do? Well, actually, I want them to be a worker. But what I really believe we need more of is soldiers. I hate to do more soldiers because, quite frankly, this is all they do until we're attacked. They really hurt our ability to produce buildings, and build and farm and so forth. But they're extremely valuable. So let's take a look and see if we've got some people down here with our workers that would be good. Again, we're looking for a high body and spirit number. So we got 5 and 2, 2 and 3, 2 and 4, 3 and 3. Okay, not too bad. And that kind of worries me, the lack of courage or willpower, but a very, very strong person. So we're going to go ahead and change jobs and put this person there, and we've got invaders, and it looks like our two guys are already on the battle. Okay, so we got some wolves attacking, and it looks like they're going to make quick work of that. Okay, excellent. All right, so far so good, but I have to make sure that our military stays ahead of the curve. Okay, and what I think I'm going to do here is I am going to start building this way with our wall. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and place an item. And what we want to place is right here. So let's go ahead and spin the game around. And we're going to start here. And place as many as we can. And we'll work in on this a little bit later to get it better. But then I also want to do a fence so we can get in and out ourselves. Okay, so we'll start there and we'll keep going as these guys finish up on the house. And then I'll be able to remove this one, or better yet, what I plan to do is actually move it over here somewhere, and we'll see how far out we want to go. But with that, okay, they're coming along. They've already done most of the floor. They've got some tables in and so forth. So things are going well. As you can see, our carpenter automatically is making the items that we need. Okay, so we're not quite to the shepherd's crook yet, right? Not quite to the recursive bow. Okay, so, but otherwise, I would say things are going well. Let's take a quick look at our orders here. And it says he's crafting, let's see, he needs more thread there, which is what this is. It almost seems like he gets hung on that. Let's go ahead and pull him up. Let's take a look at him and see what he's doing. He's doing nothing in particular. So once again, I think there is some sort of bug with this. So we're going to go ahead and get rid of this right now and let him start crafting some other things. All right, he's going to craft, he's going to craft the other items to go in his new area. I'll tell you what, let's go ahead and get rid of that, that, and that. Okay, now let's go back to our recipes and see if we can just have him make 5 of these right now. Let's see if he will do that. Because unfortunately, it seems as though he's having a hard time with that. And let's go ahead and get him highlighted again. All right, he's resting right now. Okay, that's not exactly what we want. But we'll have to deal with that. It could be a bug in the game, and I am hearing some horrendous sounds. Oh, and that's why we have a zombie out here. A humongous zombie. If we take a look at him, yep, that's an ugly looking guy. I knew I was hearing some weird sounds for something. Let's go ahead and have our guys come out and fight. So let's go ahead and have them, go ahead and come out here and fight. And hopefully get rid of this guy without any casualties. And here they come, all 3 of them. Okay. So a giant zombie. And boy, I wish I had that big old sword he's got. All right, so he thankfully doesn't attack all that fast. Nice, we got a copper ingot. And now we've got, looks like, more goblins that have set up camp over here. So let's go ahead and have our guys come over here and see if they can handle this situation as well. We're going to keep these guys busy. Unfortunately, we have enough to keep them busy. All right, now, one of the things I think we're running into here is we're running out of wood. So I'm going to go ahead and have our guys harvest. And let's get rid of that and have them harvest all of this wood. And that will help some with our visibility as well. Okay, so these guys have already gone over and they've already taken care of all of this. So we're doing quite nicely on our battle plan. We've got these guys to come out here and pick up our loot. We've got a healing tonic out of that. Daily update, how are we doing? Oh, we came up 30 short. Wow. So we almost made it there, but as you can see, 350 divided by 250, we're way over on food. Very good on morale, so we just need to keep the net worth coming. Okay, our weaver, let's see if he is up to anything. And yes, looks like he finished. All right, excellent. Excellent. So he's finished, looks like, as much as he can right now, or is in the process of finishing as much as he can. So then we need some more bolts of cloth, which is at the top of our list of things here. Excellent. So he's working, and at the same time, what we need more of is this silkweed. The more silkweed we have, in fact, let's see if we can take a look at our inventory and find out how much silkweed we have. And I'm not seeing any anywhere, unfortunately. Okay, so you can see all of our main resources right here. I'm not seeing any silkweed at all. But you see we've got one spool and a couple of bolts of leather. So we need another farmer probably to get some more thread going, because our farmer is pretty overworked right now. But I did want to take that newest member of our group and add them as military, for the simple reason that I want to make sure that we are in good shape as far as our protection. Okay, let's just go ahead and click main change jobs. We're in no hurry to do that, by the way. But we can take our foot soldiers, and we've got a couple other options here. You can see an archer requires a level 3 footman and an archer's bow, which is crafted by the carpenter. Then we can also take a level 3 footman and make them a knight. And for that, you need a blacksmith and a knight shield. Okay, so let's go see if we have that archer's bow. I actually think we do. Let's go back to our inventory and work our way down. Do we have a bow? Archer's bow, there it is. So we could promote a footman to an archer. I'm not interested in doing that just yet, because the first level 3 footman I want to make into a knight, I believe. So we're already ready for the archer, should we decide to go that way. But here you can see we got a level 2 footman, level 3 footman, and then our level 1 that was just recently added. So everything is going well, except for our weaver. Our weaver just doesn't have enough to do, as you can see. And that's not really his fault, because we don't have enough thread. Let's see if we have some silkweed that we can have the guys. There's some right there. Some right there. Okay. Let's go ahead and have them gather that silkweed. That. And I'm looking around to see if I find any additional. And I'm not seeing any right now. Okay, our trapper. We are cutting into his territory now, just barely. So he wasn't using this. So he gets to keep all of this area over here, and we'll gradually expand him over farther into that area. Okay. And let's see what else we've got. Okay, so building is going on, and in fact is looking good. We've got some beds already down in there. Although, as I said earlier, my main purpose for this building is really just to block. It serves as a wall. So let's go ahead and see what our building is up to here. Let's go ahead and place a few more of these down, because remember, the more we can keep our guy busy, the better off we'll be. All right, and that's as far as I can go for now. We might be able to fit one more in there once everything is done. Okay. All right, we got another trader, and he wants to make a deal for us. So he says if you'll make me 5 farmer hose, then he'll bring back and trade us 1 bronze breastplate. Actually, that sounds pretty good to me. So let's go ahead. He'll be back in a day. For that, 5 farmer hose, which would be made here by the carpenter. Let's go ahead and get that done. Where are the farmer hose? I need 5. Craft that. And I'm going to move this up his importance level here. Let's see where we are. So we got one there. There it is. And things keep popping up and ruining that. So there we go. Let's see if we can get him to make that. And, oh, an armed goblin. Luckily, we've got guys coming. There's 2 of the 3, and they took quick work of him. Oh, we got some wolves over here. Again, hearing these funny sounds. And so let's go ahead and have them come over here and attack. The goblins look like set up camp over here, but the wolves came in and took care of that and helped us out a little bit there. Okay, so again. All right, excellent. So now our guys, they're done fighting. They'll make their way back. Okay, so we've gotten some things done today. And we've got some more buildings done. Let's see how we did in our update. Excellent. So we're going to have our second new villager. And this new villager is going to be a farmer because I really want to expand our farming. So let's go ahead and see who we've got for that. 5, 3. So both of these would be very good. 5, 2, and 3, 5, 2, and 5. So let's go 5, 2, and 3. And change jobs for you. I want you to be a farmer. For one thing, because we need to help our weaver out. And we are going to designate some additional zones. All right, let's go ahead and make a zone right here. Not quite as big as we wanted it to, but let's go ahead and plant silkweed there. And then I'm going to go ahead and let's see what we can do here. Let's go ahead and make it our normal. Tell you what, let's just go ahead and make it our max size, which in this case will be 9 by 11. And let's get some more silkweed in there. Let's go ahead and go 11 by 11 here. I'll tell you what. You know what? The more I think about that, let's don't do that. And the reason is because I am trying to keep things as symmetrical as I can. So let's go ahead and put some turnips there. And carrots there. And then we'll make this one as big as we can. Looks like 11 by 10 is it. And put some, looks like pumpkins. That's what we're going to need there. Okay, so we got some more food. We got a few berries in here. So things are looking good. I think we're going to call it a video here for today. Thanks for tuning in. And stay tuned for more Stonehearth.